Good evening, folks, from the Franciscan Beat. I am your news host, Peter Lim. Today is Thursday, February 22nd, 2024, and that means it is the 9th day of Lent. If you have not taken the opportunity to use Hallow with your student account at Franciscan University, log in for a free account and hear from the meditations of Lent, Pray 40. He leadeth me with Jonathan Rumi, Father Mike Smits, Mark Wahlberg, Sister Miriam, Sister Bernice, and many more from Father Walter Sizix, He leadeth me. Our first set of news comes around the corner of the main campus, such as households, clubs, talks, and workshops. Come on. The Knights of the Holy Queen Men's Household received 2 new page intents today after the 6:30 a.m. Mass in the JC atrium and main level, or should I say top level. Their names, Will Clark and Aidan O'Neill. The discernment workshop led by Shannon Siemens, Associate Director of Franciscan School for Spiritual Direction, is discussing the topic of discernment of spirits and your personal vocation from Isaiah 43:1. I have called you by name. You are mine, in the Gentile Gallery from 6 to 9 p.m. today. And anyways, come join Integratus if you are a Franciscan student who experiences same-sex attractions or gender discordance and seeking a virtuous community along the journey. Contact Integratus through their email or Instagram at integratus.fus. You can create a one-on-one meeting with the students to get to know them, their story, how they got interested in Integratus, and sign the Code of Conduct for confidentiality. Integratus stems from the Latin root word integrated, meaning made whole, which reminds us to hope in Jesus and his promises to us today. This was brought in by Manny Gonzalez, a graduate assistant under the campus's Office of Evangelization. Tonight at 7 p.m. in the St. Leo's Room, there will be a free movie with pizza hosted by the Young Americans for Freedom. The movie is called Created Equal, Clarence Thomas in his words. According to the Washington Post, Thomas is an American hero. And from ABC News, this is a rare opportunity to hear directly from Thomas. And lastly, according to the Times Magazine, he offers rare insight into the mind of a justice known for his residents. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., the Fishers of Men household will be wheeling in friends and other students for their rosary sale in the JC by the switchboard desk. Custom orders can be requested with the brothers' handmade work using twine. And right by them will be the Mary Spouse of the Spirit Women's Household from 9 a.m. to whenever they close, having their mini loaves for the fasting bread sale. Each loaf will be $5. And lastly, 3 p.m. tomorrow will be the Friday lecture series in an international lounge of Dr. Joanne Storm, discussing St. Ignatius and the psychology of emotional attentive discernment. I will be there photographing that event. The Franciscan Film Society is presenting its 2024 Faith in Film series blockbuster sci-fi classic War of the Worlds on February 23rd at 7 p.m. in the Anthem Theater in 4K with a Dolby sound for free tomorrow. It will come from H.G. Wells' sci-fi masterpiece of George Paul's 1953 of an all-out Martian invasion with stars such as Gene Barry and Anne Robinson, and stemming from awards such as the Best Special Effects from the Oscars and Best Sounding Editing from the Sound Editors Award. A panel discussion will follow the film. If you're a communication arts major, go to it for extra credit. This is sponsored by the Departments of Communication Arts and Fine Arts. On Sunday, February 25th, the Catholic Agrarian Club will host their seeding event from 1:30 to 3:30 in Louis Liz Hall with seeds and fellowship. Learn how to seed your favorite fruits and vegetables in the garden being harvested near the heights. And finally, for the last of club events, or should I say club news, collaborating with Parker's Dining, sign up for the Cooking 101 classes on Tuesdays. from 5 to 5:30 with Chef Brian before February 27th. Email Danny Pillar to get your reservation with Parkhurst and the Cooking Up the Culture Club at dpillar@parkhurstdining.com. Now into Steubenville with the Herald Star. The Diocese of Steubenville conducted 4 listening sessions on Sunday to share thoughts of living its mission with bettering the diocese communal advances with Christ towards the kingdom of God. Devotions of the Eucharist being the body and blood of Christ by Catholics, service to the poor, and efforts organized towards peace, justice, and dignity, not only through the diocese, but throughout the entire world. At the rink in Franciscan Square, Chick-fil-A will have its food truck on Saturday, February 24th from noon to 5 p.m. And since there has been an exceeding expectation, the rink is allowing Franciscan students, staff, faculty, and families to take advantage of tonight and the 29th with a $5 admissions and free skate rentals with the use of your Franciscan ID. Now on to Texas. Livingston, the city in Polk County. There is an unexpected capital murder that just happened of a 11-year-old girl named never mind. She got come on. Her body was found in the Trinity River tied to a rock. Her last appearance was before school at a bus stop. With a Hello Kitty backpack on. The connection of her murder was done with a family friend, Don Stephen McDougall, a family friend with a long criminal history record since 2003. The Alabama Supreme Court has ruled frozen embryos as children under the state law, with some concerns about IVF. The decision was made with frozen embryos accidentally being destroyed and the University of Alabama Birmingham Hospital pausing IVF treatment on Wednesday, February 21st, 2024. Our final global news comes from Britain, which had another nuclear missile test fail 8 years ago after their site along the Floridian coast with the Trident II missile and the HMS Vanguard. And now to sports. The Franciscan lacrosse team will be playing against Hiram College near the soccer fields at 1 p.m. So come along on Saturday if you can. That's all, folks. Wrapping up the event with Franciscan Beat, I'm your host, Peter Lim. Salamat malam. That means good night in Malay.